Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome to my little corner of the internet where I don't even know what I do. It's been a minute since I've been on YouTube. Honestly, it's been like 2 months, and if I had an explanation, I would have gave it to y'all by now. But honestly, I think it was just me just trying to refocus my content on TikTok because that's exactly where I've been. I've been with the girls. But I'm back and I'm ready to give y'all everything that y'all been asking for. I'm speaking to my TikTok girlies because they do request stuff. They do DM me. So today we are diving into reinventing yourself. You are here because you're feeling stuck, overwhelmed, and you just feel like you haven't reached your full potential. Not yet, but that's okay because I get it. For those who don't know me, I'm going to give you guys a little backstory. I am from the Bronx, New York, and I was living in the projects. I did have low self-esteem because I was bullied in middle school. I had to shrink myself in order to fit other people's expectations. I had to shrink my personality. I had to fake the funk in order to fit in. And I just felt like I needed to impress everyone and so that everyone could be my friend. But really, I was just really lonely for real. Stayed in a toxic relationship for way too long. I kept bouncing from fast food to fast food, and I just felt like I had to seek validation from other people when really the person I was supposed to be seeking from was God. Here I am, I'm sitting in my own house. I just got off my 9-to-5 job, which is something that I manifested. I wanted a office job, but then I also really wanted to work from home because I hated getting up every day and going outside. So God actually gave me both. um, so I do work a hybrid job. Basically hybrid, it just gives me the option to whether work in the office, which actually has this huge view because I work in the middle of the city. Plus, I could also work from the comfort of my own home. So yes, round of applause. He did his big one with that. I just feel like if I can do it, you can do it too. So today we're going to discuss 10 big things that you need to focus on when it comes to reinventing yourself. So grab your snacks, grab your wine. I got my little touchdown drink, which is really not touchdown. And it's actually Arizona watermelon. But get what you can. Even grab a notebook too so you can write down my tips. Let's go up together. Let's get started. Before we get into reinventing ourselves, let's just talk about what it means to reinvent yourself. Who are you trying to reinvent into? It all starts with who you want to be. You have to know who is the dream version of you. Who do you have in your mind? When you think about your future, what do you look like? What are you surrounded by? We're not talking about who your mom wants you to be, who your friends want you to be, and definitely not social media. Think about it. How do you want to dress? How do you want people to feel when you walk in the room? Me, I want it to be confident. I want it to be seen as confident. I want it to be feminine, confident, and clean. Those were my three. So one little thing that I started to do was I started to wear certain scents that just made me feel clean and feminine. Whether it's baby powder or something strawberry like, something very fruity, light floral scents like that. I wanted to give off soft but yet bold, because that's how I am. Like, I feel like I'm more bold than soft though, but hey, I'm not talking about who I am right now. I'm talking about who I want to be. Pause this. Write down 3 words that describe your future self. Take a look at that paper and note that every decision that you make has to move towards those 3 words that you have on that paper. Second, set boundaries. Actually, this is what my TikTok series was about today. But basically, set boundaries. You don't want to be a people pleaser. And I know it's hard for people who are very understanding and very empathetic. Trust me, I am empathetic. I always have to see what the other person's point of view is. Not always, unless I'm mad and I'm angry and because I really get like that. But I'm saying, like, when you're talking with somebody and you realize you guys are disagreeing or something, you're trying to see their point of view, but a lot of times they don't see your point of view. And that's where the disconnect happens. And that's where people tend to play with you. It's not something that's optional. It's necessary. If you're talking with somebody in a conversation and they throw a little jab at you, let them know, hey, I caught that and I don't like that. You don't have to be aggressive. Unfortunately, I'm a bit aggressive, but you don't have, we're not talking about me, we're talking about you guys. But you don't have to be aggressive with it. You could just let them know, hey, I understand your point of view, but I don't like the way that you just said that, or I don't like how you spoke to me just now. What's that quote where it's like, you give somebody an inch, they take a mile. I was really thinking about the ice skating one, but it couldn't come to me. But anyways, you give somebody an inch and you take a mile, okay? Let's say you and your friends are talking and you got your hair done, right? And she says, oh, now you look like so-and-so, right? You don't think that's a compliment. You actually think that's an insult, right? But you let it slide. That just opened up a door. Now she's going to continue to make jokes and insult you at the same time, killing two birds in one stone, because you didn't correct it the first time. So now every time you get your hair done, she's going to say this because you did not set boundaries. Then you wonder later, why does she keep doing this? Because you allowed it the very first time. Listen, my boyfriend does not play. He don't play with anybody on this earth. And I used to be like, damn, why is he like that? Until I realized people really do be playing games for real. Like, he is like so stern, you can't get past him with nothing. And honestly, I'm getting like that, I guess, because we always around each other. But people really do be playing with you. Take things personal, but don't take everything personal. You get what I'm saying? Like, take it to the chin, move on. You realize, okay, this is not my cup of tea. This is not my type of person, and just move on. Whether it's toxic friends, situationships, even family members, like everybody, if they have the chance, they will play with you. When you set boundaries, you are actually opening up a aura or a vibe where the people who would gravitate towards you actually respect you now. You know what? Shorty tough. I like her. You get what I'm saying? You will feel lighter and you will feel like less stress. I didn't have boundaries when I was in middle school. This opened up the possibility of me being bullied because I never corrected it that one time. I was somebody who, and it wasn't like bully, like, oh, you ugly, ah. Nah, it was more so like, oh, like, they would say it within jokes. And it was because I never corrected it. I never stood up for myself when I was in middle school. That's why it was important for me to stand up for myself when I was in high school. You know, think about stuff like, okay, maybe instead of saying, why people always playing with me like I'm this, that, and the third? That's because you gave them an opportunity to. The right people will respect your boundaries. Don't let somebody be like, oh, well, I felt the type of way that you told me that because I didn't even mean it like that, and this, that, and the third. If you think our friendship is like that, then don't try to have some, like, don't let people get away with that whole, oh, needing sympathy or whatever the case. No. Call that person out. Yeah. And I said what I said. Yeah, I said what I said, and I meant what I said. Because if you really was my friend, you wouldn't have said this. For real. Cut that. So now that we found out who we wanted to be and we set our boundaries, we need to align our environment with the version of us that we want to be. I just realized there's a touchdown cup right there. That is so... Gotta curate your environment. Oh, this is a good way for me to show outfit of the day, by the way. This is from Shein. This is, I think, Forever 21. Oh, and your girl got thick, by the way. Yes, ma'am. And I got these socks from the beauty supply store. Slouch socks, but curating your environment. Declutter everything, whether it's your room, your social media, your phone, even your playlist. I know we got that song where it comes on shuffle and we just keep declining it. Listen, honey, if you're never listening to that song, get rid of it. It's doing is taking up space. And we all know how iPhone is about space. Like, you take one picture and it'd be like iPhone storage full. Your room, your car, your phone, make them match you. Make them match your vibe. If you want to feel like a baddie, make it clean, organized, and add little touches that just feel special to you. For me, see, I don't like fire, so I don't like candles, but I do have those little flameless candles in the back and I also have my fireplace in the back because it just makes me feel cozy. Like, it just gives me that little cozy feel. And like, I don't know, like, just like when you have a clean room after you get out the shower, your sheets are clean, like, because you just did laundry, then you got the fireplace on and the candles, like, it's just, yes, honey. When you do your skincare, your everything shower, like, you just feel like that girl, like, you really a baddie for real. Like, this stuff like this kind of puts in your mindset, like, I'm really that girl for real. Okay, so now that we done fixed our environment, let's talk about glowing up physically. When was the last time y'all see me on YouTube with a full face of makeup on? Probably my get ready with me makeup. Or, matter of fact, I'm about to tell y'all, my birthday. Yeah, that's over with, okay? I'm not saying in order to glow up you have to wear makeup. That's something that I choose to do. But it makes me feel better. It makes me feel complete. So let's start off with our hygiene and skincare, okay? I'm about to tell you guys something really important. When I was a kid, hygiene was not my top priority. Yes, I said it. Yes, me as a young girl, hygiene was not my top priority. I don't know, it just like hygiene here, my head here, hygiene here, like over the head. I don't know why I did not prioritize it, but it just wasn't like, I guess because it took too much time out the day. I don't know, but obviously I grew out of that now. Hygiene is one of my top 3 things that I think it's probably like my top 1 thing that like I focus on for real. Like, I gotta make sure everything is squeaky clean. We can't walk around dirty, smelly, musty, none of that. So when it came to hygiene, I started investing into things. Like, for those who don't know, I did used to sell soap back in like 2020. Yeah, because I moved out here in 2020. So I did start to sell soap because I just loved like certain scents. And that's really what made me gravitate towards hygiene, because I just love certain scents. I love fruity scents and very, very clean scents. I don't know. I love them. I love them. So I was like, you know what? Since I love scents so much, let me just make bar soaps. And I did stop because I realized I didn't have a passion for it, but that was something that I was doing. I also started to invest in dermaplaning. I dermaplane my face once a month because I get hair on my face, but I don't want to do it too often. Then I started to invest in good skincare, The Ordinary, La Roche-Posay. I don't even know if I said that right, but hey girl, you know what I'm talking about. Layering my scents, getting me a good scent combo, figuring out how to make my scents last longer. Like, these are things that I actually looked up, researched, and practiced on myself. I have my smell good routine on TikTok, actually. So if you guys want to check it out, my TikTok is here. Sorry, I have to take a call. What was I saying? I was also fixing up my wardrobe. So I was shopping at places like Shein, H&M, Forever 21, Plato's Closet. Oh, that's tea right there. That's Plato's Closet is tea. And I was just finding like little things that I felt like would go with the vibe of who I was trying to become. So I started to get a lot of skirts. Yes, ma'am. Tomboy era over. I started to get a lot of skirts. These cute, like, demure, like, I feel like this is gonna be out before my Shein haul, but hopefully if you guys see my upcoming Shein haul, you guys will understand what I was coming from, like what I was going for. And I was looking for more jewelry just to elevate like my accessories, elevate my outfits, and it just gave like baddie on a budget for real. So when you're physically trying to glow up, think about investing into good hygiene, good skincare, good outfits, and just overall how you look. If you want to wear makeup, try to look up some makeup routines. Just invest in yourself. That's really what glowing up is about, and reinventing yourself is about. Like, you just have to invest in yourself. You can go on Pinterest, TikTok, and this new app called Lemonade, so that you can find some inspirations, even on Instagram. Next, let's talk mindset. This is a big thing because you can have all of that I just said, but if your mindset is trash, you ain't going far for real. And this is why I say this, because when you take your trauma, everybody has a story. Like, y'all know I give it to y'all real raw and unblunt. Everybody has a story, okay? So don't try to make your story define you. If you're trying to flip your story for good, applause to you. But if you're trying to use your story to make excuses on why you're still stuck in a certain position, stop doing that. You're never going to glow up. If your mind is stuck in the past, how are you going to go towards your future? Like, there was a quote I seen on Instagram today. I'm really trying to remember it without pulling out my phone. You can't use the bricks from your old house. If you use the bricks from your old house to make a new house, you'll end up with the same house. Something like that. If I'm wrong, I'll put it on the side of my screen. But I seen this quote and it stuck out to me. I actually made a video about it on my TikTok as well today. And it just really stuck out to me because people do the same things, but they expect different results. And you can't really do that. Like, you have to switch up somewhere. I used to replay like all the bad things that people told me. Oh, your hair, your breath, oh, you stink, and your hair is crunchy, and you got that black people hair, da da da.
Mommy? Come downstairs to get your burger.
Okay, Papi, Mommy's recording right now. I'll come down after.
Alright. Oh, man. Hi, guys.
Close the door, Papi.
Hi, guys.
So, yeah, I used to think about, like, what bad things people would say about me, whether it was my hair, my hygiene, because people used to comment about that, too. And it used to just stick in my mind because I don't know, like, it just kept replaying in my head. Whenever I felt too good about myself, I had to think, like, it was kind of like the devil humbling me for real. And I didn't need that. I used to think I wasn't, like, good enough, smart enough, pretty enough. I did have, like, insecurities. I mean, everybody has securities, but this is why I couldn't be, like, fully confident in myself, because I let my insecurities run me. But then I had to realize, like, okay, you feel like I'm ugly, but how is that going to pay my bills? Like, I had to think, like, how is this going to affect me in any way other than my self-esteem? Is this going to get me that job? Is this going to give me that house? Is this going to build my credit? No, I don't care about your opinion, for real. So I started practicing affirmations. You need to do this as well. Start practicing affirmations. And I don't just mean like looking in the mirror being like, I'm going to own $1 million house, or I'm going to be the best looking girl in the world, because no, you have to actually believe it. And don't be like too cocky though. Like, I'm not going to say humble yourself, because I don't really like the word humble for real, but don't get too cocky to where you just feel like you above people, because at the end of the day, God is above you. So don't feel like you are above anybody, but, build yourself up. Yeah, I'm really that girl for real. Like, you get what I'm saying? I'm so grateful for the abundance in my life. Instead of saying negative things like, oh, my car is always broken down, guess what? It's going to stay broken down, because that's what you putting out in the world. That's what you putting out in the universe. There really is power in the tongue. What you need to start saying is, I am so grateful for my car. I am so thankful for my car, because it gets me from point A to point B, and it's reliable. That's what you need to start saying. Start saying stuff like that. Next, let's talk about upgrading your social circle. This kind of goes in with curating your environment. You can't have like a money-making mindset and you're around friends who don't even want to get up and go to work, for real. You have to surround yourself with people who are better than you. I love doing this because I can learn from somebody. Like, you ever really sat there and spoke with a person who was doing better than you? Like, at your job, when the CEO comes into your job. I know this happens at fast food a lot. You ever really sat there and talked to that CEO? Like, they really be having like tips and tricks and hacks. Don't be jealous. Don't be that jealous person. Oh, she thinks she better than me because she got this Lamborghini and I gotta. You are the average of the 5 people that you spend your time with. So if your circle is not motivating you, guess what? You're gonna have to move from that circle. The friends that I had in high school, they kind of all had their own identities. They were all confident in their own way. And I really, really loved that. So that right there helped me grow into the woman that I am today, because I was able to find my own identity. I was able to gain confidence, gain self-esteem, and they all loved themselves. They all had different backgrounds, and it was just like I felt very accepted. I felt like I didn't have to try too hard, or I didn't have to try hard at all. When you are around a good circle of people, this can literally elevate your life. I'm not here to break up friendships, but think about all your friends that you talk to on a daily, or even not on a daily. Ask yourself, do they support me? Do they support my growth? Or do they hold me back? Do they say things that make me feel bad about myself? If it's the second option, it's time to move on. Next, learn how to develop discipline. Okay, y'all hear me? Discipline, because discipline plays a huge part in success. Motivation is cute. But so my camera died. But as I was saying, motivation is cute. Like, it's really cute. But you really need discipline. That is really what changes your life. Like, you can have all the motivation in the world, but if you don't have discipline, how are you going to elevate to the next level? How are you going to be like, okay, let me stop and let me work? Discipline is when you don't feel like doing something, but you do it anyway. Every single day, you're not going to want to work out. You're not going to want to run a lap around the neighborhood. You're not going to want to journal. You're not going to want to pick up a video and start talking. No, but you do it anyways. Like, that's discipline. Consistency builds confidence. Like, when I first started to do my TikTok series on how to just little different things, when I first did it, I was like, Myaa, this is something like you really gonna have to commit to. Like, you really gotta like lock in for real, for real. Do you really want that? Yes, I do want that. Honestly, I'm doing a very good job. Ever since I uploaded that one video that day, I've been uploading every single day. Now I start to upload 2 to 3 times a day because I'm confident now. Now I know where my head is now. I have discipline. It was plenty of times where I did not want to get up and get in front of the camera and record, but I did it anyway. Why? Because I have discipline. Start small. It don't have to be this huge thing either. Start small. Like, if you don't want to do that 5 to 6 step skincare routine every single day, start with something small. Start exfoliating your lips at night every single day. That's something very, very small. It's so small you even forgot that you did it for real. And then build up into your routine. Now let's talk about moving in silence. Move in silence, ladies and gentlemen. How are you going to grow if you're telling everybody your exact next move? Oh yeah. So my plan is to do A, B, C, and D. Stop doing that. You can let people know you have a plan and that, you know, everybody has a plan. You can let people know, oh, in the future, I want this. But to get there, don't let people know how you're going to get there. Just let them see. I promise you, when you move in silence, your achievements will speak for themselves. I almost forgot that word. Let's say you plan on opening up a store. You've been doing fashion for some time, so you plan on opening up a store. Or, yeah, we're going to keep it there because I don't want y'all to get lost. You plan on opening up a store. You done got your, LLC popping. You done got your EIN number. You done got everything to make this a business, right? Because you've been sewing clothes and you've been selling them. You tell someone, yeah, I want to open my store. There's a free space right here on 75th and 3rd. I don't know. That just sounds like a real address to me. But I plan on, there's this free space for rent for 75th and 3rd, and I think I'm gonna take that, right? You want to sign the paperwork to, rent it out or whatever the case is took. Now, this can either be two things. This can either be just like a coincidence that someone had already like took it, or it could be somebody speaking on your downfall. You never know what these are, which is why you need to move in silence. If you didn't tell anybody that, you would have chalked it up to, oh, yeah, coincidence. Somebody decided to just, rent that place out because you haven't told nobody about it. But when you tell somebody, now you're like, you know what? Everything was going good up until I told you. Don't tell anybody. Like, I can't stress this enough. Like, I don't care if that's been your best friend since you was 3 years old. I don't care if this is your mother. I don't care. Like, I put this shoulder up, and I drop them because I don't care. All right? You never know what people's intentions are. Can you grab somebody's brain and put it in your head and think what they're going to think? No, you cannot. So you have to control what you say around people. It don't matter how much you trust them. That don't matter. Some people have monitoring spirits. You know, those people who's always asking about what's going on. Hey, so what's your next move? Hey, so what you plan on doing? Why do you want to know? For real. Like, if this is more than just building conversation, what are you up to? And they need to know what's your next move so that they know what's that word? Like, not prey down on, but so they know what to attack. That's the word. When you give these people your ideas, now they know exactly what to attack. Okay, so we gonna make sure he or she don't get this store. So we gonna rent it out. Or we gonna tell somebody else about this space right here so that they can rent it out. You get what I'm saying? Move in silence. I let my results speak for themselves. Nobody knows my plan that I have. Nobody knows anything that I have going on. Why? Because I move in silence. I will give you bits and pieces, but you won't know the full thing. You won't know the whole thing. You won't know what's my next move. You won't know nothing. You didn't even know I was coming back today. Like, move in silence. I promise I'm not mocking you guys. I love you guys so much. Next topic. Invest in yourself. Okay? Invest in yourself. Do I need to say it louder? Invest in yourself. Okay? You too busy buying this man shoes. You too busy buying this man a PlayStation 5. You buying this man 2K. You buying this man this expensive luxury stuff. Did you buy you something? Did you invest in you? You invested in this man looks. I'm not saying that's bad because I spoil you my man too. But you need to invest in yourself. Your man dressing like he's a scammer. And you dressing like you just rolled out the bed. I mean, he scammed you. You need to invest in yourself, honey. Your looks. Not just your looks, but your mindset. Get some books. Go to Barnes and Nobles. Go to Walmart. Go to Amazon. Get you a Kindle. Do people still use those? I gotta put me first. You gotta put yourself first. Like, how are we supposed to respect you? How is somebody else supposed to put you first and you can't even put your own self first? You want people to love you so damn bad and you don't even love yourself, honey. I used to think self-care was like just being selfish. Like, oh, you pouring too much into you. Like, you need to humble yourself. There go that word again. But it's really not. Like, I mean, it's selfish in a way, but it's really so that you can feel secure with yourself, so that you can know yourself. When you pour into yourself and you show up for yourself, it makes you feel 10 times better. When you're confident and you show up for yourself, you actually show up better in every aspect in your life. At the beginning of the year, I started to purchase something for me every month. Yeah, I shop here and there, wherever the case is, but something that I really wanted for me. And it's usually like a designer product. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not materialistic, but I just love, I love things that just make me feel, I started to get like luxury bags. I got me a designer bag. I was able to get me some shoes. I was able to get me the Lululemon jackets. I was able to get me some great jewelry. Like, things like this just made me feel better about myself, and it just had me feel confident. Like, I actually had this watch for a while, but it used to dangle and just like be too big on me until I was able to take the links out of my watch. So just something small like that, me taking the links out of my own watch and being able to fit it, it made me feel like, okay, I'm getting this. Like I'm put together. It don't have to be something big, but it could be something for you. Last but not least, have a vision. Have a vision. This is completely different from step 1, okay? It is a journey to reinvent yourself. You have to keep yourself on track. You have to hold yourself accountable. That's another thing too. You need to learn how to take accountability. Don't be blaming everybody. But that's for another video. But you need to have that discipline, have that motivation to keep yourself on track, okay? And this is why I am coming up with my new self-care glow up planner that helps you keep yourself on track. It gives you daily affirmations. It also gives you it also gives you pages to where you can write your own daily affirmations. It has built-in routines for you. It also helps you create a routine yourself. I don't know why I cannot talk today, but it gives you free pages to where you can write anything, whether it's how you're feeling, whether it's what you plan on doing for the day. It keeps you in track for anything. It helps you stay organized, focused, and consistent. This will be dropping by the end of December, so it will kind of be between Christmas, New Year kind of vibe, so that you guys can get it for Christmas, give it to your girlfriends, give it to your best friend, give it to your sister, your aunts, anybody. Guys, also remember, reinventing yourself takes time and it takes patience. You cannot do this overnight. I'm gonna say this one more time. You cannot do this overnight. You cannot do this overnight. You don't have to do it all at one time. Focus on one thing at a time. When you focus on one thing at a time, you are able to build up into, okay, now I'm becoming unrecognizable. Now I done reinvented myself. I'm not the same girl I was a year ago. Shoot, I'm barely the same girl I was yesterday. If you're serious about this journey, make sure you are subscribed to me and make sure that you follow me on TikTok, because I post daily tips, tricks, hacks, whatever you need, I got it, baby. So let me know in the comments what you're starting off with, how these are helping you. In a week, you can even come back to this video and tell me the results that you have from following these tips, and let's just grow together. Like, we have to be baddies. Like, we're not going into 2025 doing the same old thing. Hello? And with me ending out this video, I want to end out with a prayer, okay? Father God, I come before you today with a heart full of gratitude. Thank you for the life you've given me, for the opportunities you've placed in my path, and for the strength to keep moving forward. Lord, I ask you to guide me on this journey of reinvention and growth. Help me to see the way that you see me, fearfully and wonderfully made, full of purpose and potential. Remove any doubts, insecurities, or fears that hold me back from becoming the best version of myself. Lord, help me to leave behind the pain, the excuses, and the habits that no longer serve me. I declare that I am stepping into a season of abundance, confidence, and alignment. I claim peace in my mind, health in my body, and joy in my spirit. I speak prosperity over my finances, love over my relationships, and success over my dreams. Lord, remind me daily that you are with me and that through you all things are possible. Give me discipline to stay focused, courage to take risks, and grace to keep going even when it's hard. I trust in your timing and your plan for my life, knowing that you are shaping me into everything I am meant to be. Thank you for the transformation that is already happening in my life. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. Now that we did that, let's go ahead and end this. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe to me if you haven't already, and I will see you, I promise, in the next video. Bye.